I got a lot to
I
tell
mean,
you. You know
listen,
what
I think I already know what you're gonna tell me, because I was up at like 2 a.m. last night doing some decorating, and Ming and Fanny came in.
Okay.
And they told me about the lick and shit.
Yeah. They tell you who they robbed it from?
Well, not who robbed it, but they said Dex and Yeager came there.
So apparently it turns out that it wasn't Yeager stuff, but it was like someone that's really close to Yeager, and Yeager I think had access to the stuff, and they pretty much like kind of like robbed, you know, they took a lot of stuff, right? I don't know if you know, like they got lockpick blueprint, crowbar blueprint, the PCs.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just know, well, he told me it was a lockpick and one computer.
So here's the thing, right? The way Ming described it to me made it seem like Yeager just turned up and left because like he was just seeing what the fuck was going on, right? And once he found out, like he just left, right? But then I seen Yeager today, and Yeager basically explained it to me like in a way where pretty much his boy's stuff got robbed. And at first he didn't tell me that he knew it was Ming. But I didn't want to, listen, I consider Yeager like, you know, really close, you know? Me and Yeager been through a lot. I consider him like family, right? But at the same time, I didn't want to tell him that Ming did it because I want to speak to Ming first, you know what I mean?
But Ming told me that if Yeager asked him, he would tell him that he did it.
Yeah, well, he never told me that.
What I brought up with Ming when he told me was like, okay, this is good, nice lick, but like I was asking him like, should we tell Yeager? Should we not? Like, what's the smart plan here? Because like I don't know Yeager like that, but I get that you guys do, and I mean he obviously has a lot of respect for me. So, but in my mind, listen, in my mind, we like, okay, say it like this: if Yeager and his friends went and robbed Vagos, I don't think necessarily it's our business, like, because everyone's friend with someone.
Yeah,
and
no, but okay, I get what you're saying, but it's a bit the way Yeager explained it to me. It was like they robbed someone way closer than we are to the Vargos. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like it's not like I mean, listen, I do business with the Vargos. I like the Vargos, but if someone robbed the Vargos and Yeager robbed the Vargos, I wouldn't go on my way to tell them to give it back to them. I mean, that's just their problem, right? But for example, if Yeager robbed Marty, right? You see what I'm saying? Then I'll be like, okay, well, Marty's my boy. You see what I'm?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
No, I get what you're saying, but okay, so, but yeah, no, I mean, I get what you're saying, and I agree with that. But there's also the point of like, it could be that these guys aren't necessarily that close to Yeager, but he's taking that approach because, you know, he doesn't want to.
No,
like
Yeager literally told me that.
Favor.
Yeager literally told me that he considers whoever they robbed family. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're pretty close.
Okay. Well, I mean, okay, to be fair, Yeager told me the other day that he trusts me with my life, and I've known him for 3 weeks. So,
well, maybe
I don't know what family means to him. Like, because like I like Yeager, and I'm trying to like disrespect his name, but you know what I'm saying?
No, I get you. I get your point. I mean, listen, listen. Here's the thing, right? I was in a very tough situation because Yeager knew that it was Ming because one of the Richard snitched or some shit, right? Richard just told him. So I'm gonna be honest, that guy's a snitch.
Who's Richard? It's K's guy, right?
Yeah. I don't fully know, but yeah, some Richard guy snitched.
No, that's what that's because I remember Ming saying, and I asked who it was, and it's K guy.
Alright, but listen, I didn't want to tell Yeager that I know it was Ming until I spoke to Ming, because I was gonna speak to Ming and tell us, Ming, listen, bro, you would have robbed Yeager. Let's give his shit back, right? But Yeager already knew it was Ming. And I never said anything and he got upset because I didn't tell him, right? So it kind of like soured things between us, you know what I mean?
Okay. But surely he understands that you're kind of also in a hard place. Like, it's not easy for you
to... but see, the problem is he believes that Ming also knew. Because after what happened, he tweeted out a picture with the guy, the Richard guy. He believes that Ming also knew that he robbed Yeager and never told Yeager anything about it, right? So Yeager believes that we just robbed him and we kept it a secret.
Okay. Well, if that's his belief, I mean, did you tell him the opposite? I assume you did.
I did. I told him like, listen.
Okay.
I told him.
And he didn't want to hear it,
I was
guess.
honest with him. I was honest with him. I told him, listen.
Yeah.
My boys think that you came there and you left. They think like maybe you're just checking the place out. You wasn't like they didn't know that it was your house or your belongings, right? They just they just assumed that you just came there and then you just left. And it's like how would they not know when I tried to picture out with the with the guy afterwards?
Okay, but I mean, if that's the case, he's made up his mind, and nothing you say is going to change that. So there's no point. It's a useless waste of time, really.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't want to believe it, that's his choice. But if that's the truth, then that's the truth. It's just that's kind of how it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know how you feel about it. I still want to give his shit back, but I mean, I have to speak to him. Right?
I mean, I don't know. I have to think about it. I mean, I feel like what we could. I mean, I don't know.
It's a tough spot. It is. It's tough. It's like.
The reason I think it's tough is because like I could go around and say that everyone is my family, and it's like my definition of who's close enough for me to want to protect them might be very different from his. So why should I abide by that? Is kind of my point.
Well, here's my logic, right? In my opinion, listen, I want to give a shit back because, I mean, I value Yeager as like a friend, or I value his relationship more than I value whatever the fuck was stolen, right?
Yeah, I mean, Mario's been fucking.
But at the end of the day, I wasn't the one that did it, so I gotta speak to the rest of the people. You know what I mean? See what they want to do.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, what? So, but what if you ever hit like a huge lick and Yeager says, "Yeah, that happened to be a guy that I know. We're always gonna give it back." Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, so, like, if it's the same thing, like if Yeager hits a lick and we just say, "Oh, that actually is a guy I work with. You have to give it back." Like, what if everyone just does this? Then,
No, I get what you're saying. I agree with you. If everyone's loosely friends with everybody else, sure. But I don't think Yeager was just loosely friends with these people. I think Yeager was truly like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he was living in the house.
Okay.
Like he wants to, okay, Yeager wants to take over Polito and rename it to Lil Sanguine. And the people that were robbed were the people that he's gonna do it with.
He wants to name it Lil Sanguine.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cringe.
Yeah.
Did you hear Voidwalker's new racing name? Fucking Revive. I thought that was bad, but Lil Sanguine, that's awful. Holy shit.
Right, you. Yeah,
Anyways,
Revive
not the
is
point,
pretty
but-
bad. Revive.
Yeah, but I mean, then again, fucking Voidwalker's real name is also fucking bad. Like Hazel, who fucking names their kids Hazel. Like crazy. I can go from Hazel to fucking. He has the name Voidwalker. And then he goes from fucking Sight to Revive. Like this guy. He is like, he's like angsty teenager. It's crazy. Anyways, not the point of the conversation, but it just kind of dumbfounded me. Okay, so what? He trying to make a little town or whatever.
Yeah, and those people that were robbed were like the people he's doing it with, right?
Okay,
So I
but
don't-
what? He's gonna have a town, and anyone who robs anyone there is like fucking with him too. Then that's what it sounds like.
I'd have to speak to him again, because I'm gonna be honest with you, it got a little bit, it got a little bit sour, and we didn't fully get to speak about things, right? I'd have to like.
But okay. Here's the thing, though. I feel like has Yeager told you anything about this prior, or is this the first time you hear about this project?
He has.
Okay.
I just never really mentioned it because I didn't think this would.
Okay.
I didn't really think like this would happen,
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. Then maybe it kind of would have been a good idea to say like, "Hey, my friend is making a huge town in all of Polito, and we can't rob anyone there." Like,
Well, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that was the case.
That is the case.
That is.
Like,
yeah, but I think it was
it
the wrong
is.
house.
It is. Yeah, but okay. If he's making a town, every house up there is the wrong house. Like that's how it's gonna be.
Yeah, but I just didn't think this was gonna. You see what I'm saying? I just didn't. I mean, maybe I should have told you guys. Just didn't cross my mind.
Listen, I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying that probably would have been logical to do that. That's all. But okay, so what? So all of Palito is off limits then, I guess.
Well, I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know if all of Polito. Like, listen, you ask me questions, I don't know the answers to. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, it's kind of a rhetorical question because I think that it does sound like that's the case. But okay. We'll talk about it with everyone. There's no reason for us to play telephone. I don't think.
Yeah, no, 100%.
We'll just have to. I mean, when did they go to bed?
Like 2 hours ago, so I don't think we're speaking to him today.
Fucking classic. Fucking
yeah,
classic.
I know.